All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Nyia Harris here for Open Book with Nyia Harris. Today's guest, Miss Dyonyca Conley-Rush, also affectionately known as Miss D. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm doing well. Okay, this is a long time in the making for this one, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
Let's give a shout out to Katie Flanagan. She's the one who connected us.
Yes. Shout out to Katie and Foundation Elevation, my coach, and sister in everything that I do. She is an amazing mentor and coach.
Yes.
She opens a lot of doors for me, actually.
Well-connected lady, that's for sure.
Yes.
Well, and as I'm learning, as are you. So
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
We're gonna get
very humble.
We're gonna get into that. Get into
Okay.
that. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. Like I mentioned, my guest today, Dyonyca Conley-Rush. If that name doesn't sound familiar to you, well, you're gonna learn a little bit more about her because her organization, It Takes a Village, is doing quite a bit of work, right? And I want to let people know what that organization is and how you can potentially help. Before we get into it, I usually like to ask, or we usually like to talk pop culture, world events, but if things are really negative in the world, which it seems like they have been, then we just skip over it and we talk about weekends. How was your weekend?
My weekend was actually eventful.
Yeah.
I teach a class on Saturdays called Nourish to Flourish,
Okay.
where I have some amazing youth, and we teach them about life skills. We teach them about cooking, how to budget money. We teach them math. We teach them how to have social interactions with other people, how to be a good friend, have good conversations, work as a team, but also get some healthy food choices. That is the main thing. We talk about obesity. We talk about hypertension. We talk about a lot of things that affect the Black and brown community. So I spent my Saturday doing that, which I do every Saturday from 12 to 4
Okay.
at North Market. Shout out to North Market for letting us do that there.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually that's how my Saturdays go.
Okay.
And I believe it was Halloween. So after that, I take care of my grandkids. So instead of taking them out trick-or-treating, I just bought a bunch of candy and we played concentration for candy.
Okay, fun.
So
Yeah.
that's how I spent my weekend.
They were nice and toasty in the house. It was cold.
Yes, it was freezing.
Yeah.
It was so cold. I was just like, I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
And I also really don't go out on Halloween. I had a car accident a long time ago on Halloween. A drunk driver ran a stop sign. And,
Oh, my word.
I wasn't able to walk for maybe 3 months. So
Yeah.
definitely God has he got a calling on my life for a lot of reasons.
Okay, well,
So-
we're going to get into that for sure.
Yes.
Well, I bet your grandchildren had a blast. How many grandchildren do you have?
In total, I have 8 grandchildren.
Okay.
I'm actually raising 2. They're 3 and soon to be 4.
Okay.
This week, actually, she'll be 4 on the 5th. So, yeah, they're
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
Doing it all over again. I
Yeah?
don't know how, but by God's grace, I'm definitely doing it over again.
It's different as a grandma, though, than a mom, right?
Kind of, yeah, because I think I'm trying to get into heaven, so I'm a little nicer.
But then, you pump them full of sugar and you send them home, right?
No, they actually live with me, so they can't go home.
They can't
so
go home. Okay, no
it's-
sugar.
No, they have these kids have been here, they've been here before. I swear my grandson has a credit score already. He is super smart.
Yeah.
He he speaks full sentences. He knows all his colors. Addition. He's extremely smart and very well-rounded, and he can feel energy. He can feel, he's an empath. Just an amazing kid. Yeah.
Sounds like he's an old soul.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely
Yeah.
an old soul.
Yeah.
Definitely. He's the highlight of my day. After everything that I go throughout the day, when I come home, he makes everything better.
Yeah.
I could have just went bankrupt, and I can come home and see those two, and I'm just everything's better in the world.
Yeah, I
So,
hear you on that. 3 and 4, that age range is just, it's something else, isn't it?
Oh, my God. They've been here before. Because at a 3-year-old, there was no way that I was, I don't know. My mom said I was something else, too. So I guess I'm getting my karma back, I guess.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yes, my mom was like, you were that one. So, they
Yeah.
definitely keep me on my toes. Just actually got a Planet Fitness membership just so I can keep up with them. So,
Okay,
yeah,
I love
definitely.
it. They're inspiring grandma.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. They are something else.
Well, here we are. We're in November. Can you believe it?
Yes.
November 3rd here. What are you looking forward to this? I don't know. We're still technically fall, right? This is technically still fall, even though it feels like.
For me, I think I'm looking forward to ending my program. It ends on the 22nd. And being able to give these youth, because they all get a personalized chef hat and apron with their name on it, courtesy of Beauty and Brains Apparel.
Okay.
And they get a financial empowerment certificate from Pro Commerce Solution. That's who teaches our Money Talks portion of our program.
Okay.
So I'm actually looking forward to that because we do a survey when we start of what they know, and like the minimum amount of knowledge that they had when they started versus the stuff that they're speaking about now. As an educator, when you see these kids' light bulb go off, and knowing that you are giving them the proper tools that they need, that is for them, not what society thinks is for them or what the school system thinks is for them or how the test scores go, because everybody learns differently.
Right.
I sit and I write these lesson plans for these youth. Sometimes I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning. And then depending on how they may come in, I might have to change the lesson.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like to see them grow and to see them prosper from where they were when they first came. And building those relationships, and some of them even asking if they can do another class. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I love that.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to getting ready to plan for our holiday event, our second annual giveaway. We give out toys to families and youth. This year we're going to be doing that at the New Hope Golf Course off of Bass Lake Road.
Okay.
Where we'll be giving out over 200 toys to families. There'll be activities. We'll have pictures with Santa. We'll have free food. There is no fee to this. We're trying to make it absolutely free.
Yeah.
The stuff that's going on with our economy, Christmas is going to be hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I want to just do my part.
Yeah.
You know, I have such a giving spirit. Like, people that know Ms. D know I've literally taken kids to the shoe store and bought shoes for back to school. Like, I've always been that type of person.
Where does that come from?
I'll be honest, that comes from my father and my mother. Growing up, I'll be 50 actually in February. And in the 70s, soda was not something that everybody had. It was like a treat. So I don't know where this man got it from, but my father used to have a soda machine on our porch.
Okay.
And he used to always say, knowledge is power and the key to open our doors. Whether we went outside going to school, whenever we left the house, that was something that he used to tell us, which is a mantra that I tell my kids, my students. I say that to them all the time. But if you had A's and B's on your report card, you can come and knock on our door, and he would come and he would look at your report card, and you can get a free soda out the machine.
Oh, wow.
So even with the block parties, like, my father always was big on the block parties. And, like, in that era, which it seems like what we're about to revisit, like, my mother would have, like, a bag that would go to our neighbor. And now that I'm older, sometimes that stuff, it would be food in there.
Yeah.
Because we had so much. That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
It comes from the family aspect of, I remember this lady, her name was Mama Delta. She was the corner store lady. She owned the store. This black lady owned the store, and we used to call her Mama Delta. And that was like when penny candy, where $1 would go a long way.
Yeah.
Now I don't even know if they even have penny candy no more.
No, I can tell you from experience. Like, I had a little like Three Musketeers like craving thing going on, and Three Musketeers is like $3.
Yes, yes.
So,
oh my
yeah.
God. So she would take her time when the kids would come with like their allowance or their piggy banks or whatever. She would take her time and sit there and let you count out your money and what you wanted. Be a line.
Yeah.
But she took her time and did that. So like those, I come from those type of people. Like those are the pioneers that have paved the way for me to do what I do.
Okay.
And you never know what somebody is going through, so it doesn't hurt to give a person kindness. Like people that don't know me, and well, you know now.
Yes.
Every morning, a majority of the people in my phone get a good morning king or good morning queen text from me.
I want to talk to you about that. Yes. I want to talk to you about that. Are you going to stick with me? You're going to stick with me?
Yes.
Christy? Okay, fantastic. We're going to take a quick music break. We'll be back in just a bit. You're listening to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. Okay. We are back. Again, this is Open Book with Nyia Harris. I'm talking with my guest today, Dyonyca Conley-Rush. We haven't stopped talking. We just keep talking. You are absolutely fascinating. Seriously,
I appreciate it.
Yes.
All glory to God. That's who makes me fascinating. I just follow what He tells me to do.
Yeah. Well, you're living by your slogan there about being the change that you want to be in the world, right?
Yes.
And well, I like what you said a little bit ago about like how kindness basically doesn't cost you anything, and to be kind, and you don't know what people are going through.
Sure.
When we left and we went on the music break, you were talking about how you send these good morning texts. I'm one of the lucky ones who gets a good morning text, and I actually beat you to it one day. I felt pretty good about that. I was like, hey, I beat you to it.
Yeah, because I'm a firm believer that you never know what a person is going through. And like my grandmother used to always say, a smile doesn't cost anything. And like people that really genuinely know me, like there's Dyonyca and then there's Ms. D.
Yeah.
People that know Dyonyca know that I am like such a giving person. Like I am the person that will see somebody at the store and walk up and tap my card and keep it moving. And they're like, what? Pay it forward.
Yeah.
You know, because I've seen my parents do that. You
Sure.
never know what somebody's going through. You never know. So it doesn't cost a lot to be kind.
Yeah.
You know, and
if you have it, if you can afford it, if you can do it, like
not
when
even,
you do that,
not even just that. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I don't have it.
and you do it anyway.
And I do it anyway because I'm a firm believer that God is going to always provide for me. And if I do right by His people, He's going to do right by me. So I give out God's love. God's love is loving anybody and everybody. They don't have to look like me and you. They could be anybody. You never know who that person was. I recall one time where one of my students, and it was a humbling experience for both of us. One of my students, she was in the office, and I was at Hopkins at the time, and every time I would see my students in there, I'd be like, what are you doing in here? You better be in here because you're sick or something's wrong, or you got to go home. And she had her hood on her head, and I was like, the lady behind the desk was like, well, she don't want to take her hood off, so she got kicked out of class. So, you know, I sit down next to her. I said, hey, what's going on? Why are you in the office? That's not like you. She's like, Miss D, she was like, I had swim today, and my hair curled up. I forgot my hair bag.
Oh.
I was like, girl. I said, hold on. I went over there to the secretary. I said, give me a pencil and give me some rubber bands. She's like, okay. I took that baby into the office, into the bathroom. I parted her hair with that pencil. I put it in 2 Afro puffs, put a little bit of water and curled it up. I said, and showed her a picture of Lady of Rage. I said, this is how we used to rock our hair back in the day. I said, you see this? I rock rough and stuff with my Afro puffs. The smile that came across this child's face was amazing. It doesn't take much. You know, we talk about our kids and how they don't want something, or how our kids are so lost, or how they're all of the kids are out here just gang banging or Kia boys. There's a lot of kids that aren't. The kids want consistency. We're dropping the ball with our kids because we're not setting the examples. Like, you got to lead by example. If I tell one of my kids, I don't think you should be smoking weed. I'm not smoking weed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell you something and then turn around and do it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where the respect is.
Yeah.
We have to also hold ourselves accountable. It's not always the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have to be parents. A lot of parents want to be these kids' friends, or we want to make up for stuff that we didn't get growing up.
Right.
And that's where we drop the ball, because we're projecting that on our kids instead of allowing them to be who they are authentically, of who they are supposed to be in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We see them as, oh, that I want you to be me. They don't want to be you.
Yeah.
They want to be themselves.
I want to ask you about that really quick too, about parents wanting to be their kid's friend. Where do you think that comes from? And I'll preface with this. So I have an older mom, right, from the South, and my mom was very clear growing up, like, I ain't your friend. Like,
my mother too.
Yeah, she would say that.
Yeah.
I ain't your friend, you know?
Yeah.
And it seems like there has been, like, a cultural shift, like, in what you just said. Now, I say to my own kids what my mom said, but I do see that, and I do hear that. Why do you think that is?
The culture is changing. And things are different now. We're starting to see, for instance, like a lot of shows, or a lot of, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, a lot of women don't want to grow old. And they want to be young. So they, especially if they have daughters, they want to be their friends. They're friends with their daughters, or they missed out on that relationship that they had with their mom. I don't know. Me and my mom, I used to give her the flux. I used to give it to her. But as I got older, I started to realize, like, why she would say that. Because you don't want to have the blurred lines.
Right.
I don't want it to be a point of where you forget that I'm your parent and the respect level diminishes because we're cool, or we're out hanging out, or we're talking to each other like we're friends. No, I want you to have that level of respect. But respect also goes both ways. I'm going to respect you, and you're going to respect me. If you're going to respect me as your parent. I'm responsible for you. Even after a certain age, my mother's still responsible for me. I'm going to be 40. She's still responsible for me. And she tell me that all the time.
Yeah.
But I think it's, like I said, I think it's the culture. The culture is changing. Like, so you got to think about, like, what we grew up on. We had, like, the Huxtables. That set the tone for us.
Yeah.
Claire Huxtable didn't play no games.
Right.
She was not
but
their
she
friend.
was poised, right?
Yeah. She was a lady.
Yeah.
Now, you know, these kids, and I'm not hating on nobody, they have role models like Sexy Red and all of these stars that they see that are what an ideal woman is supposed to be like. I don't knock anybody for who they are if that's who you authentically are. But at the same time, though, you're setting the tone for these kids.
Yeah. I want to ask you, apologies, I didn't want to cut you off there. I was just going to say, just in the same vein of what we're talking about, I want to ask you about that healthy fear of your parents. It feels like that's diminished as well. So we're going to get into that. I want to know your thoughts on why, what do you think about that and why it's diminished, you know? Stay with me. We're going to switch over to podcast mode. You've been listening to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. I have been your host for Open Book with Nyia Harris. Check back in a few days on my YouTube channel, and you can check out this interview in its entirety. But we're going to go ahead and switch to podcast mode. Also, I want to let you know next week, my guests are Gator and Mamba of MIB, or Men in Black. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
They're wonderful. They're wonderful. So they will be my guests next week. But I want to thank you for tuning in and being a part of this program. And like I said, check out my YouTube channel in just a couple days, and you can view this, you can see and hear this entire interview. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we are back in podcast mode. Okay, we still haven't stopped talking. Okay, I have to pick up where we left off on our cliffhanger. Do you know where we left off?
We were talking about how families are
the healthy fear
of your parents.
Where'd that go?
I don't know, because I used to be afraid of my mama and dad. I caught anybody, and my grandmother. Oh my God, I used to be so afraid of my grandmother. she has passed, and I'm still afraid of her. Like
that whole, like, if you did something like, oh my God, my mom and dad are gonna kill me. That kind of, like, that fear.
Yes, I had the fear so bad that like if I was out doing something, my father knew so many people. If somebody saw me acting up, and my father got that phone call.
Before you got home?
Before I got home, I just, I'm just gonna run away. I got some crackers left over in my bag. I'm just gonna run away because I don't want to go home. And see, my mother, she was the physical one. She was my behind. My father, he was the one with the punishments. But when I tell you, Nyia, I used to want him to whoop me because them punishments. He would do something that would make you not want to do it again. Like one, I was a big Smurfs fan. I used to love the Smurfs growing up. So I had been acting up all week, just doing stupid stuff. I don't know why, just doing stupid stuff. Yeah. So you remember Saturday morning cartoons?
Oh, absolutely.
That was the highlight. Yes. Saturday morning cartoons. You did your chores. You could sit in front of the TV, watch Saturday morning cartoons. I'm rushing down the stairs like, I'm going to watch cartoons. Oh, come here. He makes me stand in the corner behind the couch. I have to face the wall. I can hear the cartoons.
Oh, my gosh. But you couldn't see it.
I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And if I turn around, he would pop me. And I was just like, I was so hurt. I was like, but I want to watch it.
Yeah.
He said, I want to watch you be good at school.
Yeah.
I want to watch you be good around the house. I want to watch those things. So guess what? If I can't watch what I want to watch, you can't watch what you want to watch.
Wow. What a lesson.
Yes. I mean, he would give us some lessons out this world. And another thing about him, like, education was huge for him. What a lot of people don't know about me was I was a 13-year-old freshman. So I never went to first grade.
Okay.
So my siblings, there were 5 of us, and my siblings, we had a classroom in our house. So my older siblings, whatever they learned at school, they had to come home and teach it to us. And my sister was learning division, so she taught me division. I learned division in, like, I want to say like kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
And I'm born in February, so I was already early in school. So what happened was my dad used to send us to a lot of suburban schools where we were mostly the only black kids there. I hated it. But this one particular time he sent us, I was in first grade, and they're like, tell me something about yourself and introduce yourself. I was like, well, my name is Dyonyca, and I know division. So the teacher's like, no, you don't. I said, yes, I do. I have no reason to fabricate. She said, what did you say? I said, I have no reason to fabricate. I said, which actually means manipulate or lie. I said, I'm not allowed to say lying. I have to say fabricate. So she looked at me like, okay. She said,
what is this little girl talking about?
She said, well, okay, Miss Dyonyca, if you know division, come show us. Okay.
Yeah.
I get up. I take the chalk. I do 1 digit, I do 2 digit. I was like, would you like for me to do 3 digit? She's like, how do you know that? So now I think I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I said, well, my sister taught it to me. I said, my father has my older siblings teach us when they come home from school to know that we're paying attention in class. So she said, I got to call your parents. I was like, oh, you got to call my parents? I'm really in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
They wind up calling my parents. They wind up having me test. I tested for 3rd grade, but my mother wanted me to stay in 2nd grade because she felt I would be socially awkward because I was already the youngest in my class. But, like, having your parents being called to school, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Just kill me.
Yeah.
Just put me in front of the firing squad. You can call. Don't even call my mama. I promise you I'm gonna be good.
But it was for a positive thing. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about when I was being bad.
Oh, when you're getting in trouble. Yes, yes.
Just don't call my mom.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, you want me to call your mother? No. And
No.
see, that was the time they had pagers and stuff too.
Yeah.
If my father or my mother had to come up there to the school, it was over with.
Yeah.
I would just die. I'm like, I'm just gonna fake a heart attack right now.
Because you didn't want to mess with that.
But see, now it's like, kids are not afraid of their parents. And it's not so much of being afraid. Let me not say afraid because I'm going to get so much backlash for that. They don't have the respect level for parents the way that they used to.
Yeah.
Because at times, and this is coming from some of our babies' mouths, they don't see something to respect. I've had kids that have come into my space that say some of the most craziest things about their parents that blows me. Now, I'm never going to sit here and knock anybody's parents because I was not the best parent. Like, I had my shortcomings. At the same time, though, there are certain things that I feel like kids should not be exposed to.
Sure.
So when they get to a certain age and they've had this constant exposure to certain things, you can't feel some type of way if they don't respect you the way that they're supposed to respect their parent. Especially when they start going out in the world and they start seeing other people and their parents and different relationships, or different cousins, or going over auntie's house or somebody else's house, and they're starting to see a different environment compared to their environment.
Sure.
And I always go with, like, growing up, like, I had a friend, like, we sat at our dinner table growing up. Like, that was a big thing for my father.
Sure.
He gave us all this Webster, you probably remember it, the Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary.
Sure.
So it had, like, the leather stuff on it, and he put an inscription in there. But we all had to pick a word, use it in a sentence, know what part of speech it was, and be able to spell it. And that's how we did it around the dinner table every day. That's why we had, like, a vast vocabulary. So we didn't drink soda, we drank milk. So when I went over to my friend's house, we sat at the TV and drank soda. And I'm like, ooh, we're not supposed to do this. We're supposed to go to the dinner table.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that in comparison to say, whatever your structure is at home, once you see something different outside of that, it's gonna make you question stuff.
Yeah.
So the same with negative. If you're seeing, like, your mom is not there, or you're constantly seeing stuff that you feel like a parent is not supposed to do in somebody else's household that has that type of dynamic, it's gonna make you lose respect for your parent, because you're gonna feel like, well, I don't get that type of love.
Yeah.
We're their kids. Why don't get that type of love? Why you don't take the time to make sure to come and help me with my homework, or why you're not at my games? Or it makes the respect level diminish, which also makes the fear go away too. You give me nothing to fear.
No, I get that.
That's my take on why it's like that. You know, we stop being parents.
So this is a perfect segue into your organization. It takes a village, right? So it's going back to that. So tell me, and I just have to give because I feel like you're a very humble woman, and you're probably not going to say it, so I need to say it for you. So thank you for telling me beforehand.
Extremely humble.
You pay everything out of pocket. You don't wait for the grants to come around or whatnot. So you said to date, since 2020, you've probably spent about $230,000.
Yes.
Of your own money.
Yes. I've had the blessing of some people that have come along throughout our journey. Gold Room is a big sponsor of mine. Shout out to Nabil. He's a big sponsor. Whenever I call for, like, toys or something, or need something for one of the events, he's definitely on board. Touch Entertainment, the twins, they help out a lot. We had a kickball fundraiser. They actually went and bought 64 cases of water for our kickball tournament.
Wow.
Just donated it, like, here. They're big sponsors. D Jones Entertainment, I think you know Mr. Jones. He's a big sponsor. Oh my God. Wardrobe of Wisdom back in Wisconsin is a big sponsor. I get a lot of people that from the community that step up and help out. But a majority of the funding comes out of pocket. Like, whatever I have left over after paying my bills, and sometimes I might not pay a bill. I can wait on that electric bill. I can wait till next month.
Yeah.
But I do this because it's needed. And I don't look back. I do this because this is the work that's needed in this community.
Yeah.
We're waiting on somebody to come and save our community, and we're in the community.
Nobody's coming to save us.
There's nobody coming to save us. And honestly, to keep it real with you, Nyia, nobody needs to save us. We have enough money circulating in our own community where we could take care of our own community. Like, I don't remember growing up somebody coming in, saving us, bringing us bags of money and throwing them on our doorstep. No, we made ends meet. And another thing that a lot of people are not going to like when I say, I live within my means. I'm not trying to go buy the brand new this when it comes out. I'll wait. You ain't got to know I got it 5 seasons after it came out.
Yeah.
I buy my winter stuff in the summer, my summer stuff in the winter. And the funny part is, one of my parents in Edina had taught me that. She said, girl, you see this Coach purse? It's $400 something. I paid $63 for it. It was out of season. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
She said, you can get all the things that you want and desire. You just have to be able to know when to buy it. And I also give myself, and I learned this from my colleague Dominic, he has Pro Commerce Solutions. He said, give yourself at least like 5 to 10 minutes of decision making before you make a purchase. He said, think about this. Do I really need this right now?
Yeah.
Is this something that I need? Am I going to die without this thing? If your answer is no, then it's probably something that you can go without and you can wait on it. When I tell you about this young man, he has changed my financial journey where I'm able to see a lot more of the things that I'm able to accumulate. Another thing that I have done to get my organization to stay afloat is we do screen printing. So we do screen printing, the shirts that I brought you, we make all of that stuff.
Okay.
And it's Beauty and Brains Apparel. So what I did was, it started as a program. And what happened was, the kids and I were learning how to do heat pressing. And when I told you when my father passed, I was going down to Wisconsin 3 days out the week. So a friend of mine that has a Hustle Threads in Milwaukee, he was showing me like how to do the heat pressing and stuff. He was like, let me take your mind off of, your dad passing or whatever. So I would go over to his lab and he was showing me how to do it. So he's like, this is the stuff that you need to get and blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. So I bought a heat press. I bought the little stuff. So when I came back after my father had passed, I came back and I was like, we're going to do something. I needed something to take my mind off of what was going on. So the kids and I were learning.
Yeah.
When I tell you, those first shirts were horrible. They were off-centered. They were horrible. But we kept at it, and the community started to thrive, and we started getting business. Like, people started buying the stuff, and then it started making money. So I was like, okay, I need to turn this into a for-profit. My cousin, he has Watson Express and Watson Consulting. He actually was my consultant at the time, still is. But he was like, Dee, you need to turn this into a for-profit because you're starting to make money and you have a nonprofit, so that's going to clash. So I was like, okay. So took his advice, got a for-profit, and 75% of everything we make through Beauty and Brains Apparel goes back into It Takes a Village.
Okay.
So everything, everybody that has, shout out to Big Six and them that does the events, Lavorne, he had us do some jackets for him. Alicia Price had us do some yoga mats.
Oh, fun.
Big City had us do some gear for his security and for like his tour. Like, we get a lot of people come and they like ask us to do stuff. So every order, shout out to you guys, everybody that has shopped with Beauty and Brains Apparel. Thank you so much, because they help us keep these programs going. The program that I'm doing right now, the cost of it is $17,500. We had the blessing of PHCI in the city of Minneapolis giving us $5,000 to do this program. The rest of it, we've been winging it.
You're just making it work.
We just making it work. Like, they're like, okay, so we need this. We're going to go get it.
Yeah.
We're going to figure it out.
Wow.
We're going to figure it out. And I pray about it. And when I tell you things just happen, somebody will call me like out of nowhere and be like, hey, I remember I got this from you from Juneteenth in 2023. I don't even remember you, but thanks. Do you still make these? Yes, I can make anything. But that's how we sustain.
That's amazing. Okay, so 2 things I'm thinking of. One, what does It Takes a Village need? What do you need? What's the number one need right now? Or is it funds?
Funding is, I would say, is number one.
Okay.
Consistent connections.
Tell me more about that.
People that actually are in the community doing the work. Now, I've had a lot of people that have come across my threshold and wanted to partner and, oh, we can give you money, we can do this. But they want to change the dynamic of what it takes a village is. Whenever it's not about the kids, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of the politics. I don't want to be a part of the hidden agendas. I don't want to be a part of none of that.
Because for some organizations, unfortunately, that collaboration is about a photo op.
Yeah.
So
he will remain nameless. Early on when we first started, we actually started from a bag of food. We were passing out food over north during COVID and George Floyd off of 35th and Penn. And one of my good friends, Felicia and Falange, she worked at KIP at the time. And she wanted to do something good for the neighborhood because they had tore up the Family Dollar over there. And it was a food scarcity over there because they didn't have access to like toilet paper and stuff like that, and the only thing that was over there was Aldi, and Aldi had a requirement where you could only get 2 items per family. Well, if you got a family of 8, then
that's not going to help.
That's not going to help you. And the Quick Stop over there was buying dollar store toilet paper and selling it for like $5.
Oh wow!
Price gouging.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a car, the closest grocery store was Hy-Vee, and if you don't have a way to get over there, you're gonna have to. You need those things, basic necessities. So you had to deal with whatever circumstances you were going through. So at the time, I was still at Edina, and she's like, I want to do something. So I had talked to the principal at the school I was working at and the community, and they wanted to help. They didn't want to come down there, but they wanted to help. So we were passing out diapers, adult diapers, formula, wipes, masks, vitamins, sanitizer, food, some of everything you can think of. You didn't need an ID. If you need it, come get it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of grew from there. And so this gentleman had approached me and offered us $50,000 to get started. But the kick was he wanted to, the kids had to wear his organization on their shirts. And he's like, I'll come down here every now and then and, you know, take a photo with them and stuff. And I said, I'm going to stop you because my kids aren't for sale. Neither is our program. He was like, oh, well, good luck with your little nonprofit.
Oh, my word.
Thanks.
Yeah.
This same person I wind up seeing, because God is an awesome God. He is amazing, and he don't play about me. This same man I got a chance to see at Celebrating Our Sisters with Sharon Akinsanya. Shout out to her, too.
Earlier this year, right?
We went to the one in 2022. I saw him again in 2022.
Okay.
We had a table there, and I was introduced to him. I said, oh, we know each other already. I said, you remember me? It Takes a Village. I was over north off of 35th and Penn. He was like, oh, how's your little nonprofit? I said, well, my big nonprofit is doing really good right now, actually. He's like, oh, he said, you know, you want to come take a seat at our table? I was like, not necessarily. We have our own table. Yeah. We're actually right next to you. I'll come say hi.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything. I have so many people that have come to me and want to do things, but I'm a person that goes off of energy. If your energy ain't right, I can feel it. I can tell when you're not right. And if I can tell that you're not right, our kids are going to tell that you're not right.
Right.
Like I said, it takes a village as a potluck. Bring a dish, but make sure your hands are clean. Like, this is my brand. I have built this brand as a legacy to my parents, to the people that were part of my village. And it goes back to the village aspect. Everybody talk about it takes a village. We have to be the village. The village has to be solid in order for us to help these kids. Because these kids, we have scholars, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have mathematicians, we have engineers, we have architects, all in our community. And I'm not just talking about the Black community, all in our community, the communities where they feel like we don't have a voice. And it goes by economic status.
Yeah.
We just because, and I'm a big thing of that too, as far as education. Just because my zip code happens to be in the hood, don't mean that I shouldn't get a good education like somebody that stays in Edina.
Yeah.
It boggled me that kids in Edina were learning about credit in second grade, where I had students that were in Minneapolis that were in high school that couldn't read.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Lots.
I was just talking with Dolo Harris. Shout out to Dolo. We were just having a conversation on Facebook. He works with Camden, and he made a post, a very unpopular post, but I agree with him about how parents need to get involved with their kids, with their schoolwork. I agree with that. I can remember so many students during distance learning would come to our space, and that was in Lucy Laney, to get help. These kids didn't have Chromebooks. They didn't have computers. They didn't have hotspots. So how are you guys expecting these kids to do distance learning if they're not equipped? How are you guys expecting these kids to excel? Then on top of that, you never know what their home is like.
Sure, yeah.
How do you know that that Chromebook didn't get stolen? Or how do you know that the hotspot's not being used for something else? Or just, we have to check in on people,
Absolutely.
and that's what it takes a village is about. It's not being in your business.
Yeah.
It's about, one, helping you get some business, because we teach people how to start their own business too. But it's helping you and meeting you where you're at. It's not a judgment zone. It's none of that. People come through my doors. I don't care where you live at. You can stay in Brooklyn Park. You can stay in Brooklyn Center. You can stay wherever. If you come into my office and you feel like we can help you, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you.
Yeah.
And if I can't help you, I'm going to find a community resource that can help you. But I'm not just going to leave you as a file on their desk.
Yeah.
You're like my kid. I'm going to check up on you. Did you feed my baby? Did you change her? You know she like such and such. She like milk with such and such. I'm going to check on you and make sure that you had a soft handoff, because life happens for people, and there's so many people that can be great if somebody just gives them a hand up. And there's so many people that I have helped throughout the years that when I pass, I know that my legacy is what it's supposed to be. And we just talked about that.
Yeah.
I said I want to be worth $1 million by the time I'm 50.
I was just going to have you say it again. Yes, the legacy is so important. I mean, we talked about that a little bit offline, but share that. What, tell what your
I was telling I've been saying this since I was 40. And I said, when I turned 40, I said, I'm going to be worth $1 million by the time I'm 50. I'm going to be worth $1 million by the time I'm 50. So my financial advisor was like, D, you're about to be 50 in 2 months. So from what your finances look like, it don't look like you're going to be a millionaire at 50. I said, when I say I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 50, I'm talking about my legacy, my worth, the work that I've done. The work that I've done throughout the community, the work that I've done to change lives, the work that I've done individually and personally on myself. I am going to be worth $1 million in assets of myself.
Yes. And I would venture to say it's $1 million plus.
Yes.
That's for sure.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Like the lives that you touch and the people there's people out here that you mentioned Ms. D, and they're like, I remember she did this, and I remember she did that. My goal was to be like Edna Tabor. Edna Tabor was my 7th grade teacher. Now, you heard me say that I went to a predominantly white school. She was the only black teacher at this school that I went to for middle school. And I was acting up in class, always being a class clown, because I was bored. So this was back when your parent could say that you could get paddled at school. So she had took me in a courtroom. I thought she was going to pop me. So and I still do this to this day. So she took me into the courtroom, and so she said, Dyonyca, let me tell you something. You are a very intelligent young lady. I had my head down. She pulled my face up, and she said, look at me. She said, your parents don't send you out here for you to be acting a fool. She said, they send you out here for you to get this good education and get the things that you need and the tools that you need to be put into your toolbox. And I remember her taking her hands and putting them around my head, and she said, I am about to adjust your crown. She said, because obviously you don't know you wear one. She said, so when you go back out here, you walk out here with this crown on your head and you lift your head up and you act like you got some sense. I will never forget that woman, and if she's still living, God bless her, and thank you for molding and shaping me. But she was a part of my village. And you and I both know sometimes it takes more than our parents.
Yeah.
Because my mom and my dad can say something to me, but this person over here will get a different impact
Yep.
from me versus them saying it.
Yep.
Because I ain't trying to hear what you do. You making sure acting like I don't want to have no fun. But this person could say the exact same thing.
Yep.
And I'm going to listen to what they say versus what my parents say.
Yes.
Which is how it is.
And that's why it does take a village, right?
Yes.
Because that same example could be applied to another kid in your neighborhood.
Yes.
They won't listen to their own parents, but they will listen to your parents.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
I wanted to jump back for just one quick second before we wrapped up. Time is flying, by the way. About what you said about the slogan, bring a dish, right? It's like a potluck, bring a dish, but your hands have to be clean. Jumping back just for a second to the gentleman who had made that offer, so it kind of has a double meaning, right?
Yeah.
Physically clean hands, but also
your intentions.
Right? Yeah.
Make sure your intentions are clean.
Yes, figuratively.
Make sure your intentions are clean.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type, I'm not going to get caught up in no mess. And as much stuff that's going on, I'm kind of glad I have never got no grants or any money from the city because I don't want to be involved in no mess.
Yeah.
It's so much stuff and there
you
are a lot
won't be audited.
Right. Not even that. There's a lot of people that are getting caught up in that mess that I know for a fact that do really good work. And it's sad, that a lot of people are getting their hands slapped because of some bad apples.
Yes.
And it's sad that we have to do that. Like, for instance, like today, I can't really go into it, but we had to do, I was telling you about the cohort, and like, I have to figure out how to raise $5,000 that I won't be getting because they changed the dynamic of how you have to get it.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump through those hoops to get it again.
Yeah.
I did the work, and I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm a big girl. I'm not jumping through no hoops.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure out how to get it.
Yes.
And
yes.
that's just how it's going to be because these babies signed up for a class for 8 weeks, and I'm going to give them a class for 8 weeks.
Yeah. You know what? I have no doubt in my mind that you will find a way or that a way will find you in terms of, because that's who you are. Like, I can just tell. So for those who want to help, how do they help? What are your socials? Like, what's the website?
We're on social media under It Takes a Village Minnesota. Our website is www.ittakesavillagemn.org.
Okay.
www.ittakesavillagemn.org. There's a donate button over there on there. You can come see me. I'm at 4124 Quebec Avenue North, Suite 209, New Hope, Minnesota 55427. My Facebook page is Dyonyca Conley-Rush. Come see us at North Market on Saturday. However anybody wants to help, come volunteer.
You're available.
I'm available. Yeah. Come see me, but don't call me after 9 because I'm doing self-care now. I've started self-care as part of my routine this year.
Wonderful.
So I am big on shutting my phone off at 9 o'clock to turn it off.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you know what I'm about to say. Us as providers and in the work that we do, we forget to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
And I'm learning that the hard way about taking care of myself and my health and things like that. But I am a survivor. God has the last say-so of everything. And you just gotta, I live every day like it's my last.
Absolutely.
And another fun fact, I was hit by a semi-truck in 2023. And it's so funny about when you say what you want to do, and God says, that's not what I want you to do. He's going to get your attention. So what happened was I was coming from Wisconsin. My spouse and I were coming from Wisconsin, and it was snowing out. And I was like nervous. I said, well, I'm going to get off the road. So we wind up getting off the road in Wisconsin Dells. And we spent the night in Wisconsin Dells, and we got back on the road. When I tell you, Nyia, a car had spun out in front of us, so everybody was slowing down and putting their hazards on. I saw the truck coming. I could not move, and I saw he wasn't stopping, and I remember saying, oh, my God, and next thing I know, he hit us. He hit us from behind. His trailer jackknifed and hit us again.
Oh, wow.
And then we bounced off the railing. God the railing was there because we would have went over.
Oh, wow.
So we got hit like 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
And I had just said that I was thinking about stopping It Takes a Village, and I was working at Cub at the time, and they were offering me a management position.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? It's so hard trying to get funding, and I'm really trying to do this, and I'm just going to take this job offer. I had literally just said that when I come back to Minnesota, I'm going to take that job offer. God was like, no, you're not. That's not where I want you to be at. So when the accident was over with and we got back home, I wasn't able to do the job because now I got a torn rotator cuff. I can barely stand. Like, I had to do all kinds of physical therapy, all kinds of stuff. So they wound up letting me go. And just by the grace of God, having insurance on my car, and just they paid us out where we were able to sustain every month. We were getting an allotment every month, which helped me fund a lot of stuff for It Takes a Village. So the money that I got from my settlement, I wind up putting it right into It Takes a Village. So just making good investments.
Yeah.
And these kids are my investments. Like, knowing that they're going to do something good in the world.
Absolutely.
We had 10 kids of color graduate this year. 10. 8 of them are boys. For me, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Because these kids have been with me since the beginning, since 2020. And for them to graduate, to some people that's not a huge thing. But to be able to put in the time for 4 years to be able to excel and do the things that you need to do to get a piece of paper to say that I did it.
Yeah.
When you could have been doing anything else. When some of these same kids, some of their friends are in jail, dead, haven't finished school.
Yeah.
These babies took the time to finish school. And I made sure I was at every last one of their graduations.
I love it.
Because
it was that important.
It was important. Like, some of them, their parents didn't even come, but I was there, loud, loud as ever. Like, and we all had shirts that said, "It takes a village." It's a proud village of this student. You know.
Yeah, that's amazing, Dyonyca. I mean, seriously, I'm pretty sure we could talk about. These testimonials, right? These stories, right? I'm sure that this is why you do this work, right? Like, please continue to keep doing the good work and putting good in the community. And we know so many others who are doing the same. Scooter, Katie, right?
Honored to help. Shout out to Honored to help.
I interviewed him too. This has been amazing. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh yes, thank you for the invitation.
Yes, and you never know where it will go in the universe, right? Like the land of YouTube, you'll never know who's watching and who says, "Hey, you know what? I want to write her a check. I've got clean hands." So I'm going to put that out in the universe for you. Yes. You have been watching, listening, being a part of Open Book with Nyia Harris. This is why I do this platform, because there are so many amazing people in the community who are doing amazing things. And this is their opportunity to learn a little bit more about them. And if you want to know how you can help, you can tap in and learn more about that. Yes. So thank you again. I appreciate you. Thank you to the listeners, the watchers, everybody. Like I said, next week I have Gator and Mamba of MIB, or Men in Black, coming to be my guest next week, and we'll learn all about them and what they've got going on. They're doing a lot of work as well. So
they do.
I thank you so much for listening and watching, and have a wonderful day. Thanks, guys.